We got the microwave already set up in here. But people know to not go in the microwave room. Zarya might be trying to give it a shot, but no, we're just gonna walk at her, and we're gonna walk at you, and then we're gonna back up. I would have loved to have kept walking, but I think I have to keep true to Symmetra's real duty. He said duty. Putting shields on teammates, 25 health, is actually a pretty big deal. Theoretically, my teammates will never lose a 1v1 because they have 25 health more than the person they're fighting. So if they win every fight fairly, they'll still have 25 health, or 26 health, because they would have won it anyway, I suppose. Or maybe just 1 health left if it wasn't in their favor. Anyway, we're gonna walk at some dudes. I just feel like walking in here. Why not? Symmetra's DPS is insane. No one respects it. No one understands. But that extra 25 Torbjorn armor actually really helped me for getting in there. Got a little bit melted by Zarya, but that's okay because our teleporter's up and we're going to be back in 2 seconds. Torbjorn with his turret still here too. Symmetra's turret is insane. If you could think of it like a Mercy revive that can happen 6 times. Like, a lot of times Mercy will revive 1 person. You'll be like, ah, okay, yeah, whatever. As long as my teleporter doesn't get destroyed, that is 6 Mercy revives, which is no laughing matter. Can totally turn the tide of an entire game. It turns into an extra player that they have to focus before anybody else can even consider fighting. Like, if they don't go back there and destroy that teleporter right now, they're at a massive disadvantage. But even going back there to destroy it puts them at a disadvantage. Symmetra, of course, the massive DPS. I'm dead. No, I'm not dead. Here, take a shield. If you put your left click and you walk at somebody and it auto-targets them, it has 3 different levels. It starts off weak, but it gets stronger. On level 3, it does 120 DPS, which is 120 damage a second. I love to compare that to Dragon Blade on Genji, which does 120 damage a swing, but doesn't exactly swing once a second. Oh, I got melted. That's okay. I'm back in my ult building phase. I know, it's all I'm good for. I gotta go back on those streets, try and get some ultimate. You know what I'm talking about? I gotta get that ult charge. But yeah, if you think of her ult like Genji's ult, the only thing that she doesn't have is a dash to actually get in on people and stuff like that. But if you have a Lucio speed boosting you and you can run in 120 damage a second while you're just... Lucio speed boost is insane. And then the Zarya can throw a bubble on you. Symmetra works really well with a team that wants to work with her. And if you have that, she can turn into an absolute monster of a character. Though typically, she's just a support that I think is really underappreciated. But that's okay. Most supports usually get underappreciated. Symmetra more than most. We're gonna run back. Teleporter's too important. And we should be able to have a first point hold here, which is good. I mean, we got a Symmetra, we have a Torbjorn, we have a good team. No reason we shouldn't be able to hold this right now. Oh, you just walked into the microwave, dude. I gotta get on him, man. Oh, Zarya, you want some of this? The best thing about Symmetra, too, is that while you're dealing that damage, you don't have to aim. You don't have to worry about anything. You just jump around and act like a fool. You can also charge on things like Winston Shield Mei walls. You can charge your damage up so that it's higher. So that when you actually do find an enemy, you deal that sick DBS to him. Uh-oh. 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 Someone's in the microwave. I'm coming back for you. Oh, you can't fight that turret all alone. Well, I guess you could. Come here, Winston. Anybody else? We got Mei. Again, I could charge my damage on her wall, but it was kind of far away. Tracer doing one final dash in. And it's just up to Lucio, who's too scared to even try and put it into overtime. I don't think he was going to make it anyway. That wasn't that bad of a Symmetra game, was it? That was okay. We got kills. We got bronze objective kills. Every once in a while you get like silver damage dealt or bronze damage dealt with Symmetra, and it feels really good because she's not a damage dealer. She's not respected as a damage dealer, and it is really hard to do. I'm not going to exaggerate and say, oh yeah, just pick Symmetra, you'll walk in and kill everybody. It's not easy. She's only got 200 health, walking in on a team that potentially has McCree's, and you know everybody's got McCree's. Trying not to get shot by a Widowmaker. They didn't have either of those, though. So I was able to be a little bit more free with my light bending. And it was good. I think it was good. 50% teleporter uptime. We round up. We round up to the nearest 50%. Doing a little bit of King of the Hill Symmetra. I used to really enjoy Symmetra in Nepal. I know you wouldn't really think of Symmetra for King of the Hill, but I mean, for a while it worked. There were less tracers back in those days, and you didn't have to worry about your teleporter getting destroyed all the time, and the really square, rectangular, closed-in Nepal King of the Hill point. It was actually always quite fun to try and set up a teleporter and put a whole bunch of turrets in the point, and there were always Reinhardts. And if you don't know, those balls that you can shoot actually go through Reinhardt shields. They go through Winston shields. They just go. It's a really good counter to Reinhardt. Especially if you're always worried about, you know, them setting up with a Bastion behind the Reinhardt shield. That's a really good solution because it just hits them both for a pretty sizable chunk of damage. I think it's like, I always forget, it's like 120 something? I don't know. It's a good enough chunk. I think 3 of them will kill a Bastion. No, maybe 4. Hey, don't listen to me about numbers. These ain't professional numbers videos. You want professional numbers, just go look it up. Daria's on me. That's unfortunate that McCree is a character. But I'm back. And we got a teleporter. And I'm just gonna put that in our room. You see that Zarya bubble? That wasn't a good Zarya bubble. Refer to Zarya video. That's what I'm talking about. Why did I get that? There's actually kind of a choke point right here that people always bottleneck into for this map. That, wow, he just walked into both of those. That's a... Did I just hit Lucio too back there? It goes through shields. It also goes through players. You're dead, man. There's no way. You can't survive that DBS. But yeah, I think not only are we going to get revived, but if we don't get revived, that teleporter is a really big deal. I think Genji's back here, though, destroying it. That's okay. I'm going to destroy the man. No, I'm going to get stunned by McCree. Damn. It's unfortunate. I feel like a lot of the times with Symmetra, I get really close to killing people. Like, more than other characters. You just, like, when you're in their face, it feels like you deserve it already, and then they get away with, like, 10 health. McCree was really hurt, too. Could have easily had the double.
No one can hide from my sight.
That didn't hit him, shockingly. Reaper does a lot of damage. Maybe you're seeing some flaws to this Symmetra on King of the Hill. I wouldn't want to make her seem incredible. I wouldn't want to, like, leave with a game where I just, like, went nuts, like, zapped everybody, and you're like, oh my god, Symmetra, I'm gonna try it. That's not how she's played, really. It's better to lock down a room with turrets on defense. I mean, if we're controlling the point, I could do that. I could lock down one of our rooms and just make sure they can't get through it, and set up a point of defense, throw a whole bunch of those balls through, which I think are really underestimated by how much they can just make people not want to walk in a place. Sure, they miss really often because they're slow, but it helps your teammates when they can't, when it's easy to tell where someone's going to walk because of it, or they're not going to peek a corner because of it, and everyone that hits is just another step towards you getting your teleporter. So, that's Symmetra not working on King of the Hill, but our team was really good anyway. We had double McCree. What do you want?